Bhavani, lecturer from Department of Physiology from SRM Dental College. So today I am going to talk about shock. First, the definition for the shock. It is a syndrome in which there is inadequate tissue performance associated with a relative or absolute decrease in your cardiac output. We call it as your shock. Okay, so it is a syndrome. Okay, so it is a syndrome where you doesn't have a proper adequate supply of your oxygen to the tissues. Okay, so when this has been happened, there will be a drop in your cardiac output. So you have different types of shocks. So first is hypovolumic shock, distributive shock, cardiogenic shock and obstructive shock. So now we are going to see different types of shock. The first type is hypovolumic shock. Hypovolumic shock, it is a decreased amount of fluid in the vascular system. So based on your name itself, you can come to a conclusion that that is something reduced in the volume. So as we are going to talk about the cardiac system, okay, so where the blood, okay, so the blood is going to be dropped down. So when the blood has been dropped down, so the exchange of gases will be reduced, so that it can lead to a shock. So this kind of shock we call it as your hypovolumic shock. So this occurs due to acute hemorrhage, which we call it as your hemorrhagic shock. During injury, where any accidental stage, okay, the traumatic conditions where you might have a severe blood loss. Due to that condition, we call it as your traumatic shock. Then blood loss during surgeries, during surgical, we call this as your surgical shock, because during surgeries there might be a heavy loss of blood. So during that time it occurs, we call that as your surgical shock. Next is burn shock, when the person has burnt themselves or when a subject has been burnt in any accidental state. So this can lead to tissue lesions, which may lead to burn shock. Then severe diarrhea or vomiting, where dehydration state will be there, so the fluid loss will be there. This can also lead to an hypovolemic shock. Next is metabolic disease like adrenal insufficiency, diabetic ketoacidosis, etc. All these will come under your hypovolemic shock. So next is distributive shock. So where by the name itself we can come to a conclusion that something it is going to be distributed. So distributive shock, sudden increase in the capacity of vascular compartment due to acute marked vasodilation. So when your vessels has been dilated, we call that kind of shock as a distributive shock. So next is types, neurogenic shock, as seen in the fainting, when a subject or a patient suddenly faints. So we call that condition as your neurogenic shock. Then is anaphylactic shock, acute system allergy or anaphylaxis. Due to any infectious condition, we call that kind of shock as an anaphylactic shock. Then is septic shock, which is septicemia, when cells has been formed in the tissues or any organs, we call this as your septic shock. Next is cardiogenic shock. So this is related to your cardiac muscle or your heart. So decreased ability of the heart to pump. So where your contraction and relaxation of the muscle has been disturbed, so that the proper input and output of your blood will not be occurring. So the pumping of your heart will be decreased or it will be disturbed. So where your heart rate decreases, when your heart rate decreases, generally your cardiac output also decreases, which may lead to a shock. It is mainly seen in acute myocardial infarction, heart failure and cardiac arrhythmias. So when you have a less number of heartbeats, this might lead to a cardiogenic shock. So next is obstructive shock. So obstructive shock, obstruction to the ejection of blood from the ventricle. So this we call it as your obstruction shock. So something it is going to be obstructed. So the further flow of movement will not be there. So this we call it as your obstruction shock. It is seen in cardiac tamponade, constrictive pericarditis, then cardiac tumor, tension, pneumothorax. In these conditions we can find your obstructive shock. So next is stages of shock. So where you have two types of stages, reversible and irreversible stage. So the rapid compensatory mechanism, we call it as your reversible stage, and long-term compensatory mechanism, we call it as your reversible stage. In irreversible stage, you can't gain them back. Okay, you can't return them back, which we call it as your irreversible stage. But in your reversible stage, you can bring them to a normal state, which we call it as your reversible stage. Next is treatment for these shock. So blood transfusion can be done, plasma transfusions can be done, epinephrine, dopamine, sedative should not be used. overwarming of the body should be prevented. So all these are your treatment for a shock. So that's all about your shock. Thank you.